Hey everyone, it's Nick Reed here from Success on Amazon. So today we're going to go over a little bit of product research. So just a really brief overview of a way that you can start, a really good way to get into it. So we're going to use a tool as well. So we're going to use the Jungle Scout Chrome extension tool. Now there's a link below that you can see so that you can get to Jungle Scout and download this if you haven't got it. There's two versions. There's the light version, which is $97 US, one-off purchase. And then there's the pro version, which gives you a couple of extra things, which is $197 as a one-off purchase. So what are we looking for when we're doing our product research? Now, we want something that has solid existing demand. So we don't want something that nobody's buying already. We want something that people are already buying and there's already sales there, so that we know if we can put a product up there, somebody's already buying that. Or we want something that has good margins, which means we're going to want it to we don't want to sell something for $2 because we're not going to make any money out of that. We want it to be small and light. Now, there's a couple of benefits with this. The fees that Amazon charge when they sell will be lower if the product is small and light. Also, small and light is going to be cheaper for us to purchase. It's going to, well, potentially, it's going to be cheaper for us to freight from, if we're buying it from China to the US or to whatever store we're selling it at. And then, yeah, cheaper for Amazon to sell. So to start off with your first few products, it's really good if you go try and find a smaller, lighter product. Easier to source. So we want to make sure if we find a product idea that we're going to be able to source it on Alibaba or something along that line. And potentially, and what a really good thing to do is how can we improve this product? So if we find product X and there's a few people that are already selling a very similar product X, what can we do to X to make it a little bit better? To, if you have a look at it, play around, okay, this could be improved, or I really wish this was on it. If you can add that on there, which might only cost you a few cents, then that would be a differentiator for you. So if somebody's trying to buy that product, oh, this product's got something a little bit extra. So you might pick up more sales that way. Now, some of the specifics on this of what we're looking for. So we'll go into this in a little bit more detail as we go through, but we're looking at the top 10 sellers that the Jungle Scout Chrome extension pulls up. And we're going to want to look for a combined number of sales of 3,000 units within those top 10 sellers. So you want to add up all the average sales for the month of those, or all the sales of the month for those top 10, and you want it to be above 3,000 to make sure that there's demand for that product. You want the average sales price to be above $20. You don't want everybody else to be selling a product for $10 and then you put yours on there for $20. Potentially, if it's a better product, you could sell, but if everybody else's product is low, one, you don't want to match that because you will make less money. And so if it's $20 or above, you'll make a really good return. So on a $20 product, you might be able to make $10 profit per product. So if you're selling on average 10 of those a day, there's $100 a day that you're making, $3,000 a month. And that would be a really good average return that we're looking for. We want a product that will give, $2,000 to $4,000 a month return. And so you're looking then for the average monthly sales of each user to be around $1,500. And the other one that I missed off on this slide here is the reviews. So you'd like to see 5 out of those top 10 customers to have less than 70 reviews per item. So let's jump into Amazon and have a look. So let's say we've come up with an idea that we want to sell kettles. So using this scenario, we need to come up with an idea. Okay, what's something around the household or something that I can improve or something that everybody's using? So a kettle. We've typed in kettle up here in all departments and it brings up all our different kettles and prices. So with the Jungle Scout Chrome extension tool, it's this little icon up here that once you install, this is where it will show up. So we click on this, and what that will do is grab all the information of every product that's on that page. So it gives us the product name, it gives us the brand of that product, the price, what category it's in, the bestseller ranking, the sale. So this is very important. How many sales? So if we look at the top 10, so here we are. So even the 10th place is selling 3,000. So there's more than enough demand for this product. The revenue that they're making is very high. So, these two sellers alone here together are making over $350,000 a month. And reviews. So you want 5 out of the top 10 customers to have less than 70 reviews. Now, as we can see here, these reviews are really big: 6,000, 3,000, 3,000, 1,000, 100, 300, 400, that sort of thing. So this product is really competitive. So this probably isn't a product that we're going to want to get into, because it's going to be really hard to get ranked up on this first page, which is where we want to be. So if somebody types in kettle, bang, you're there on the first page. You can quickly hover over these and you get your bit of information here on that, which is really helpful. So let's search for something else. Let's say dog bed. So lots of people have pets. Pets is a really great category. Here's all our dog beds. Now, some of these dog beds may be a little bit too big for shipping, but we can find all that information out. And let's have a look at this here. So the other thing too here when we're looking at brands is to make sure that one brand, there's not one brand taking up 5 of the top 10 spots, because that means that one brand's got a large variety of products within that category and they're selling very, very well. So it's going to be a little bit harder because there might be a brand association with that product. So we can see here, sale price seems pretty good. Average is over $20. Sales, more than 3,000 sales there. Revenue looking great. Reviews are very high, so there's not one person in the top 10 that's below 400 sales. So, 400 reviews. So again, it's not something that we're probably going to want to get into. So let's have a look at something else. So paper plates. Everybody has parties, they use paper plates. Okay, so here's all our paper plates. We hit our Chrome extension here again. There's a bit of a range, but overall $15 to $20 or so seems quite good. Number of sales, definitely over 3,000 there. Reviews. So our top couple of sellers got quite high reviews, and we've got a below 70, a couple of high ones below 70. So this is one that would have a bit of a question mark. Could we source this? Could we sell it? Is there a way that we can improve it? So if we have a look down here, are they all white? Some of them have patterns. So how are the pattern ones selling better or worse than the plain white ones? What size are the packs? So the more expensive one here is one for $18. It doesn't say how many plates come in that. Plate 6, 300. So they're not really saying how many plates is in a pack here. So, if you're putting your heading in, you might say a pack of 300. So that says straight away when somebody's looking at, 300 plates, cool, I'll go with that. Whereas this one here, if we look down here, here's the Amazon's choice of the top selling one. $17.41 is the price there. And not a good listing. So there's no information. They haven't used any of their bullet points here, which we'll go into more at a later date on how to make your listing look good. But to compete against this listing would be fairly easy. Yes, they have a bunch of photos, and they, not really showing you what you can do with your photos, but what you can do with the plates, but there's a lot there. So they've got no bullet points. If we come down here, they've got no details. So it's just paper plates. So, you could have as bullet points that, great for parties, different sizes, all these things that we could put into to make this listing really good. Now, you can use the Chrome extension in the actual product. Now, all these other products it's bringing up are all these products down here that you can see. But the top product here, it's saying it's 1,500 reviews. So yeah, that's got a lot of reviews, but it seems one of the highest sellers, and the listing is terrible. Let's go back out and have a look at one of these other listings. So let's have a look at these guys here. So these guys have some bullet points, which is good. We have a look down here. Do they have some descriptions? They have a very small product description. It might be hard to come up with a description for paper plates, but it's something that you can certainly look at and try and make it better. Their reviews aren't that great. So how could you compete with this person? This person's on the front page with plain white paper plates, which would be very cheap to source from China. Very lightweight, very small, get them shipped over very easily. So this seems like a product that you could really look at. Let's go back to all departments again, and we will look at lock picking set. Now, this is a gated product, so you can't sell this product. You'd have to register for it and potentially try and get into it that way. But if we have a look at this, now this is what we want to see when we're looking for a product to sell. So average price, we're looking at, around the $30 mark. Sales, so we get we hit the $3,000 mark there or 3,000 units in those top 10. The revenue, they're all above $1,500 in revenue per month as an average, much higher. The reviews, really low. There's only one seller there above 70. There's only one above 55. So this is what you're looking for. Now, just using the Chrome extension for Jungle Scout, you're going to want to walk around your house with a pen and paper, and you're going to want to write down all the things that you see. So, go through your kitchen. There's wooden spoons, there's spatulas, there's rolling pins, there's phones, there's cloths that we do our dishes with, all these things, plugs, strainers for your plug hole. Going to the bathroom, what's there? Going to your bedroom, what's there? So you come up with a list of all these things, and then you start typing them in here as keywords. So up here is what we call a keyword. So we type this keyword in, bring up the list, then we open our Chrome extension tool, and we see what the idea is. Does this look like a good product that we could look into? So what you want to do is you want to go through around your house, at work, wherever you are, and come up with a list of products that you think might be good products. It might be somebody, oh yeah, this would be a good product. Fine, but let's get the data on that product before we actually do anything with it. Come home, type it into your computer, run your Jungle Scout extension tool, and have a look at the numbers. And then what you want to do is create a spreadsheet. And you want to say, lock picking set. Lock picking set, the average is this. Here's the average reviews, that sort of stuff. So that we can come up with a list of 30, 40, 50 products that seem like they're worthwhile products. Then once we've got that, we can go into more in-depth analysis with those, which we'll go into in some further videos. But as a brief overview with Jungle Scout is a fantastic tool. Really easy and quick to use. You just need to come up with the ideas yourself of what you can type in. But it's really good. If you need any help with using Jungle Scout, downloading it, coming up with ideas, anything like that, hit up the consulting link I've got below. We can do one-on-one sessions on your computer. If you found a product and you don't know really if you want to go with that or not, or if you find a product and you want to think about improvements, how you can improve it, how you could go about improving it, what your ideas are, that sort of thing, feel free to hit me up and we can go through all of that. So please, if you found this helpful, please subscribe and hit the like button. We'll go over a lot more in the next few days, but thank you very much and we'll see you next time.